In the stillness of my thoughts, I find myself drawn to your energy, wondering what it would be like to share this quiet moment with you. There's something about the way you make me feel seen, as though in your presence, every part of me feels understood. Every time I think of you, I feel this sense of calm wash over me, as if the world slows down and it's just the two of us in that moment. Your presence is like a gentle breeze that lifts my spirits and makes everything feel lighter, brighter, and more meaningful. I find peace in the thought of being near you, where everything else falls away, and it's just a moment of pure connection. The way you smile, the way you speak, it all resonates with something deep inside of me, a quiet understanding that words can't express. Sometimes it's the smallest moments that speak the loudest, those shared silences, the unspoken connection that lingers between us. There's a warmth in your presence that makes me feel like everything is right in the world, like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Every glance, every fleeting touch reminds me of how powerful our connection is and how deeply it moves me in ways I can't explain. In your eyes, I see the kind of peace I've been searching for, a quiet reassurance that everything is as it should be. When we're together, I feel an energy between us that makes everything feel lighter, more alive, like we're sharing something extraordinary. There's an undeniable pull I feel when you're near, not just physical, but emotional, as if the very space between us holds something unspoken yet meaningful. Every thought of you brings a sense of calm to my heart, a reminder that there's beauty in the simplicity of just being with someone who understands. The way we connect without saying a word speaks volumes. It's a quiet understanding, a bond that's felt rather than spoken. With every moment we share, I feel like we're building something beautiful, a connection that goes beyond the surface and touches the very core of who we are. When I'm near you, everything around me feels softer, more comforting, as though the world slows down just for us to enjoy each other's company. The thought of you lingers in my mind, a gentle reminder of the quiet warmth you bring into my life just by being present. In the quiet moments, I find myself wondering how it would feel to just sit beside you, sharing nothing but peaceful, unspoken understanding. There's a certain peace I find in your presence, a calm that settles my mind and makes me feel like everything in the world is right. When I think of you, I'm reminded of how precious every shared moment is. Even in silence, there's a connection that speaks louder than words. The idea of being close to you, not just in the physical sense, but emotionally, is what I long for. It's that deep connection that makes everything feel complete. Sometimes it's the simplest moments with you that mean the most. Those small exchanges that show me just how well we understand each other. Your presence has a way of soothing my soul, of bringing me back to myself, reminding me that everything will be okay as long as we're together. There's something beautiful in the way we communicate without words, where a look or a touch says more than anything ever could. The more I think about you, the more I realize how much your energy complements mine. It's a connection that feels like home. I don't need to explain everything to you because there's an understanding between us that doesn't need words to be felt. Every time I think of you, I find myself smiling, remembering the quiet moments where time seemed to stand still and nothing else mattered. There's a special kind of peace I feel when I'm with you, something that makes everything else in the world fade into the background. I often think about how wonderful it would be to just sit in your presence, sharing the stillness of a quiet day and knowing that everything feels right. When I'm near you, I feel this unspoken connection that lets me know we're on the same wavelength, our thoughts and feelings in sync. Your presence brings out a softness in me, a calm that I never knew I needed, but now can't seem to live without. The way you listen, truly listen, makes me feel valued and understood, as if everything I say matters and everything I feel is valid. I often find myself thinking about the moments we share, how, in those times, everything seems simple and perfect, just the way it's meant to be. There's a comforting silence between us that feels like more than just the absence of sound. It's a space where we simply exist together in peace. Your presence is like a quiet strength that makes everything feel more manageable, more beautiful, more meaningful. When I think about you, I feel this sense of gratitude, as if your energy in my life has made everything just a little bit better.